see from when you watch Florida State on film? What do you see from their defense?
They have really good defense. They're fast, athletic. They got a lot of returning starters, a lot of experience. So it's definitely a challenge. We're looking forward to it.
Are they similar to the defense you go up against in practice every day? Do you see similarities at all?
I mean, there's obviously schematic differences and that type of thing, and personnel differences, but they're both really great defenses. So it's good to get to prepare against a really great one and get ready to play a really great one.
Jonah, what's challenging about their edge guys, especially a guy like Josh as well?
Yeah. Really long, really fast, athletic, talented guys that have a little bit of experience too.
Can you hold this?
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you.
This is nice. So yeah, really talented guys. It's gonna be a fun challenge.
Hey, we haven't talked about this in a while, but are you feeling 100% comfortable on the left side now?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, been there for 40-ish practices now, and I train in that position all the time, so I'm as comfortable there as ever.
What do you think about going up against Deshaun Hand in practice, and how has he improved?
He's a freak athlete, really talented player, good competitor. So we definitely make each other better. I feel like in practice. So it's good to have a guy like that you can go against. So when you go against other talented guys on Saturday, it's not a big surprise.
How long did it take you last season until you felt like you were ready? Ready to start?
I couldn't give you a specific date, but I think that that there's a lot of practices. There's a lot of spring practices, a lot of fall camp practices. So each one you do, you get more and more comfortable. So by the time the first game rolled around, I was comfortable there.
You have one or two blocks that stand out. It's like your resume tape blocks of last season.
No, it's funny. Because in high school it's all about making a good highlight tape, to try to get recruited and that type of thing. But here, not so much. I remember drives and stuff like that. At the end of the Auburn game, and we had a couple drives. Starting at the 2-yard line and just running the ball 11 times and you score. And that's the stuff that I kind of remember. I don't remember any major, a block here, a block there. It's more the drives and the feelings of those games.
Have you given any advice to Matt or Jedrick about playing that right side? What they need to do to not only just get there but stay there and win that job?
Yeah, I mean, we talk. I try not to be preachy, and it's just not really my style. But we talk about what it's like to actually play in a game, versus practice, what the differences are and that type of thing, and little schematic points here and there. But I try not to sit on my lap. That's not my style.
Are you surprised how quickly Jedrick sort of ascended? He didn't enroll here early and got here this summer.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised because he's talented and he's a hard worker, but I think he's done a good job so far.
We hear all the time about how important it is to get the 5 guys on the offensive line kind of all on the same page. How do you feel like you guys are doing with that?
I think we're gelling nicely. That's kind of a byproduct of camp. You go through so much, so you start working together, and I think we're communicating well. And I'm excited about the unit we have.
How has Jalen Hurts' pocket presence, I guess, maybe changed or improved, and how much is he kind of staying in the pocket maybe more, and how has that affected the blocking, I guess?
I think that just being a second season, and I think that he's really comfortable there. Not that he wasn't last year, but you can tell that he's got that presence about him, commanding the offense. So I wouldn't say much has changed. He's the type of guy that's going to make plays, whether that's with his feet or throwing the ball. So we're always kind of prepared for whatever may happen. But he's done a good job.
I know you can't obviously look back and see what he's doing, or when he's making his progressions, you're blocking at that point. But whether it's on film or whatever, do you see him, mentally making those changes, making those reads, rather than just 1-2 go, kind of thing?
Yeah, I think that Dable's done a good job of teaching all the quarterback stuff that's kind of above my head, but he does a good job. He does a good job on all of his reads and making decisions and getting the ball out and that type of thing. So I'm confident.
Jonah, how much fun has it been to block for these hosts of running backs you have? You got a carousel of absolute bruisers back there. How much fun is it to block for these guys?
It's a lot of fun. I think I said last time that if you make all your blocks, it's a guaranteed big play if we do a good job on the offensive line. And if we mess up a block or two, it still might be a good play because we got such talented guys that can you know, either run people over or just beat people, you know, with their feet. So, I mean, that's exciting as offensive line because, you know, if you do your job, then it's going to be successful run play. And those guys they all have great personalities. They all work hard. No one has a big head. It's a really good unit.
John, a couple weeks ago, one of the FSU offensive linemen made the line that they go against the best defensive line they think in the country, you know, going in practice, and it'd be nothing compared to, you know, what Alabama would be kind of thing, or I think the inverse. What do you kind of think about that as far as offensive linemen, even just kind of jumping into that trash talk, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I don't do rankings, so I'm not going to say one person's better than another, but I think, you know, they do have a good D-line, and they're proud of going against their D-line, and we have a good D-line. You know, I'm not the type to make any controversial statements about that. But, I mean, I think that's something to be proud of. Not everyone gets to go against really talented D-line all the time in practice, so they're surprised when they do go against a good one, but I have nothing but the fullest confidence in our own D-line.
Did you develop like a routine that you do before every game just to get in the zone and ready?
Yeah, I think it's kind of the same thing that I've been doing my whole career, you know, just try like, you don't want to be nervous, you don't want to be anxious, but you want to be excited, you want to have that positive energy. So I listen to music, I just kind of, I'm in my zone, I'll talk to people, but I'm not a social butterfly before the game. It's just kind of getting focused on what you have to do and visualizing, because that's a big part of it too.
Does it change at all between home and away games?
I try to keep it the same. You kind of have to get acclimated to the away locker room and that type of thing, but 5 or 10 minutes in, it's all the same thing.
What kind of music do you listen to?
I listen to a ton of music. Like, there's no music I don't listen to. It's one of my biggest pastimes.
I don't know if you go to pregame playlists.
Not really. I used to when I had, you know, the iPod like mini, you know, the turquoise one. The thing was sweet. But so now it's all Spotify and that type of thing, so it's not as cool anymore.
You have a pregame meal that you do every week?
We have the team meals, so I don't really have much of a choice there. It used to be pasta. My mom would make me pasta with some butter in it, carbs. It's good stuff.
Since you talk songs, are there any individual songs you've got to be at the top of your playlist you need to hear before you hit the field for practice or warm-ups?
I couldn't think of any right now.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
So the Florida State president said